Madam Speaker, Chairman of the Verkhovna Rada, Mr. Stefanchuk, dear speakers, vice speakers, leaders, dear friends of Ukraine, and dear friends from Crimea. Here in Riga, we know the importance of never recognizing foreign occupation by an aggressor state, by brutal colonial power. No matter how bleak the prospects for liberation may seem, and no matter how long the occupation may last. So let me be crystal clear. Latvia will never recognize the occupation of Crimea, of Sevastopol, or any other region of Ukraine. Crimea is Ukraine, and we look forward to Ukraine free and whole. Ladies and gentlemen, Crimea is a symbol of Russian aggression. The war did not start in February 22. It began in 2014, when Russia bluntly shattered international law and attacked Ukraine's territorial integrity and independence. To this day, the human suffering caused by Russian aggression continues to mount. Russia has murdered thousands of civilians, and it continues to attack. It attacks energy infrastructure, it attacks civilians, hospitals, and other infrastructure. It seeks to freeze Ukraine into submission. Russia also continues deportations, including those of Crimean Tatars, stolen Ukrainian children from the occupied territories. It brings them to Russia, and it is a behavior of the last colonial power in Europe. Russia is seeking to destroy our way of life, to destroy fundamental freedoms, to destroy UN Charter, human rights. It attacks everything that we who are here stand for. It is the greatest threat to not only Ukraine, but to all our security. So Russia must be stopped. We also know that the spirit of Ukrainians will not be broken. That is why today we have that moral obligation to show political leadership. And that is what we are doing from all continents, from all parts of the world. We are showing leadership, that those principles that we stand for matter. So I thank you very much for being here and standing with Ukraine and standing for all principles we have signed up to. The core purpose of this platform, of course, is to put an end to the occupation of Crimea, to highlight that Crimea is an indivisible part of Ukraine. So I highly appreciate the tireless work done by the Ukraine's President's office, by the permanent representative of the President of Ukraine in the Republic of Crimea, as well as the Crimean Tatar community and the Crimea Platform Expert Network. I also thank our colleagues in the Parliament, across the government, in Prime Minister's office, and everywhere across the human networks that we have in Latvia standing for Ukraine. It was really a joint work, not only by all branches of power, but by the whole of society. I also would like to address a point on accountability for crimes committed by Russia. It is known who they are. The names of murderers, rapists, architects of the aggression. It will require our leadership to bring them to justice. So establishing a special tribunal with cross-regional support to hold Russia accountable is what we are aiming to do. Failure to act will undermine the prospects for a just and lasting peace in Ukraine. The principle of respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty of states is a vital element of Ukraine's peace formula. And in this regard, Latvia will host a high-level discussion on restoration of Ukraine's territorial integrity right after this summit. So, dear leaders, we all know, our objective has not changed. Our support for Ukraine's victory is also our support for the global principles. And that will to achieve that victory is unwavering. As far as Latvia is concerned, we will continue providing Ukraine with all the possible assistance: military, financial, humanitarian, political, everything we can. And we hope to see similar engagement from across the world. Obviously, in various terms, what is possible from different countries. We believe in a world where Ukraine has prevailed. We believe in a world where every last occupant has been expelled from Ukrainian territory. We believe in a world where Ukraine is whole and free, where it is part of the EU and NATO, if it wants to be. Crimea is Ukraine. Crimea ir un vienmēr būs Ukraina.
Crimea is and always be Ukraine.